lost the lead. Friendly sentry gun deployed.
Hello you what's faces and welcome back to another video. JayTigon here, and in this video I will show you how to snipe in Call of Duty Mobile. Click the like button if I end up helping you with this video, and don't forget to hit the bell button if you choose to subscribe. So I'm going to divide this video up into a few parts. First we have HUD and settings, next we have the basics, after that we have loadout, and then we have how to get better, and lastly I have some bonus tips. But this video is aimed at anyone who needs to know how to begin sniping in Call of Duty Mobile. You may be a beginner at sniping entirely or an experienced sniper from other games, but this video will break down how to snipe on this game in particular, as every game is different. Essentially, this is a beginner's guide and it will show you how to hold your own against other players in the game, so you don't get killed by the first AR player you see. So enough intro, let's begin. HUD and setting, AR versus sniper, or basically sniper versus every other gun. You want to set up your HUD to suit you best. If you use ARs more, even though this is a sniper video, you may be a casual sniper, so if you use ARs more, set your HUD to favor ARs and vice versa. Mine is a balance, and I will show you that in the next clip. You can copy my layout or create your own or use another YouTuber's, but just make sure you are suited to it because that's what you're going to be playing with. If this was a console or controller, you would basically have the option to rearrange the controls where you want them to be, and this could make or break your gameplay if you don't have it in a way that's best suited for you. This is my quote-unquote balanced HUD. So in the top right corner you can see the ADS button, which is highlighted with a yellow ring around it. That basically allows me to look, snipe, basically look, scope in, and shoot all at the same time. And I have that up there because I do want it right here. Like a lot of people will have this button right here, and yes, that may be good for them, but if you, because they're used to, you know, moving with their thumb, looking with their thumb, and then shooting, but if you're looking with your thumb and then you shoot using that button, there's a little bit of delay, and that delay can really hurt you. So I basically force myself to learn how to use it by putting my thumb right here where the knife is, and I have my thumb moving there constantly, and then I just use my index finger more as just a scope in. So I'm using this essentially as a scope in because it's faster than the regular scope in button. So I'm using that as a scope in, and I still use the place where my thumb would occupy to look. It's kind of weird, but it does work, and it allows me to get that split second faster, because remember, if you're trying to first aim and then shoot with this button, you're not going to hit your targets faster. Like if it's between a split second, life and death, that could be the end of you. The only other way you could, circumvent this or basically get around it is by having a gyroscope, and the gyroscope in this game, I've tried it in the beta and it's not perfected, and that's another reason why I haven't really made a proper video on it. But continuing, the jump button, yeah, reload, yeah, you can put that whatever you want. I have my settings on the sides, I have my little ult, I don't even know what to call it, I call it my little ult, right there, my grenades, handy, and I do recommend having your joystick, right here, your D-pad, I'm just gonna call it D-pad, have it small because that really does allow you to move faster because you don't have to move your hands so far across the screen. Anyway, you have my crouch right there, so I can crouch and glide and dash, and that's really important for a particular type of sniping anyway. And right here I have my, which is just the regular shoot button, I use that for no scoping and trick shotting, so that's how my HUD looks. So put max frame rate and fluent graphics on for your settings. I have mine high because of the video, I want it to look nice for you guys. Put your music volume down when you go into audio, and basic, enable quick run from prone, enable immediate slide, and disable always sprint, but have that at about 100%. And for FOV, I recommend just keeping it where it was at 38 because you have fingers and you're not going to really be able to see that far on the sides because your fingers are going to be covered. Also have fast throw grenade selected as well. Now, since I'm already in settings, this leads right into the first part of the basics, which is sensitivity. Sniper sensitivity should be higher than your AR, and luckily there's a selection just for that, your sniper rifle sensitivity, but I do recommend changing it and make it just a bit higher anyway. Mine is very high because the way I snipe, you should have one that is suited to you. If you already have a good sensitivity, don't change it, as you don't want to forget what you already spent hours learning. If you guys, I'm going to say it anyway, but as you can see, my view sensitivity is 80-20-40, and my firing is 36-20-29. And the reason why I have mine so high is because I like to flick shot, and you don't have to copy mine. Do what works best for you. You should be able to track someone with your crosshair, and that's how you know that your sensitivity is good. Your crosshair without scoping in, that is. Hip fire, basically. Next up, centering. It makes it easier to get kills faster. Put it in the most predictable place. It should be second nature. Take it slow. Keep it at shoulder height because you don't want to get a lot of hit markers. It gets really annoying. But yeah, if you can keep your crosshair in the optimal location, you'll be getting more kills from snipers. For example, right there, I predicted that their most likely place would be coming around that ridge, that corner right there, and I was able to take them out. So remember, center as much as you possibly can, and don't forget, even pro players always forget to center. So it's a skill that you gotta constantly think about. Okay, positioning. Don't go into stupid locations if you're not a sniper god. Play to your advantage. Go long to medium range. Learn the maps and put yourself in the best location you can. Have a clear line of sight and always have cover. And so let's review the first one. What do I mean by don't go into a stupid location if you're not a sniper god? This basically means, you know, don't walk up into the enemy spawn thinking you're gonna shoot everyone in the face with a sniper if you haven't practiced it. Sniping is a very hard skill to get, and if you want to be able to do a feat like that, most of your time on the game is just going to be spent practice sniping. And if you just want to be a casual sniper, there's no time really to do that. You're not going to have enough time to practice. So you need to play to your advantage. Quick scoping was created as a tool to help snipers get more kills, but it doesn't mean you don't hard scope or, you know, drag scope. Do whatever you can to get the kill if it will help you get the kill. Don't hard scope in situations you shouldn't be hard scoping in, and don't quick scope in situations you shouldn't be quick scoping in. Last but not least, awareness. Once again, know the maps. Pay attention to spawn flips. Notice the objective location. Don't chase kills, let them come to you, as you're a sniper and you move slower, so you shouldn't really be chasing kills. Wear headphones and master the sounds of the game. It really just takes practice, but wearing headphones can give you a lot of information before the map can, so get really good at hearing the sounds. I will be coming out with a video soon on how to do this properly in Call of Duty Mobile, but until then, just practice. And the last thing about awareness is look in the corners of your phone. Scan every corner. Someone could be hiding in the corner, and since you have fingers that are on the screen, and this is different than console, you may be blocking someone. Also, whilst looking in the corners, make sure your fingers are on the proper buttons. I hate sometimes when I may hit the wrong button or hit just thin air where my button isn't, and I lose the kill even though I had the complete advantage. That basically explains the first two parts of the video, HUD and settings and the basics. If you want more information on this, watch my video how to kill faster, and I'll have that somewhere on screen and in the description and at the end of the video. So for the loadout, the primary, you want to have the DLQ-33, and for attachments you want FMJ, fast mag, and you want stock. As a secondary, you can have a pistol. I choose to have a knife just for my own personal preference. The special ops, I chose War Machine. I switch between that and the flamethrower, but once again, those you can choose whatever you want. I do recommend having tripwire as your main lethal, and as your tactical, use an EMP grenade because those are really overpowered, and people just almost always forget about them. You can take out things like enemy score streaks that are electronic, for example, a sentry gun, and you can stop enemy lethals such as a tripwire just by throwing the EMP down. For the first perk, you need Agile. Once you're able to get this, get it. Blastfest, it's really, you don't need it if you have the second perk, which I'm about to recommend, which is Hardwired. Later in game, Hardwired, the tripwires are so annoying, you will not be able to get through a match without crossing a tripwire, so you need to have Hardwired so you do not lose your score streaks or lose your kill streaks by dying to one of those awful bombs. And lastly, I just choose Hardline because I like to get my score streaks faster. Also, for your score streaks, I do recommend having AI-controlled score streaks. Don't have anything that you have to control yourself because that takes you out of the moment, and for sniping, you really want to practice and get better, so try to snipe and get as many kills as you can with the sniper. Next, we have how to get better. I recommend just going to some free-for-all matches and playing. Just shoot as many times as you can, as fast as you can, and basically get used to the movement. Free-for-all is the best, in my opinion, when you're first starting out because you have people coming at you for all angles, and you really have to get comfortable using the sniper rifle. Last but not least, I have the bonus category, and in the bonus category, I have aim versus movement. Now, there are two types of snipers in this game currently. There are the snipers that aim and get kills with their wicked good aim, and there's snipers that dash around and get kills after missing 1 or 3 shots and then getting the kills. And then there's the glorious sniper that can do both. People rush into the movement too fast and basically skip over the part where they get the aim. So yes, while dashing and
jumping and moving is really good when sniping. One, don't need to do it all the time. People overuse it too much. And two, you don't need to do it unless you've mastered the sniping. The dashing and jumping is a crutch in some cases. Only use it when absolutely necessary. Don't use it for no reason whatsoever, because you are a sniper. You're a one-shot kill. You should be able to aim and take out the person like that. But of course you are also, this really does apply to two groups. If you're just a casual player and you want to have fun dashing around, do that. But if you really want to get good with the sniper, I do recommend first focusing solely on really aiming. You can dash when you need to, but you should only really dash and jump out the way if you miss your second shot or you need to get past a corner. But don't go dashing into battle with a sniper, because it will mess you up, because you will be unprepared. You'll be using a skill that you don't need to be using until you have mastered your aim, or at least are at 30% aim. So keep that in mind. There's another division in sniping in Call of Duty Mobile, and it's really with all COD games. They're the ACOG players and the scope players. The ACOG players, they kind of scope in and hard scope with it, and the scope players just quick scope. Choose what fits you best. It doesn't really matter. Just have fun. Well, this brings me to the end of the video, but before we go, let me know in the comments, what type of sniper are you? Thanks for checking me out, and if you want to see more of my content, hit the like button and sub. Peace.